Yes, thank you very much for the introduction. But first of all, I would like to ask for 30 extra seconds or 1 extra minute to say thank you to the children. It's really great what you are doing for us all, and I think we as adults need your help, and thank you for making all this action in our world. Thank you very, very much. Yes, I will talk about the Desertec project, and let me briefly introduce myself so that you understand from which point I'm looking on our Earth. I'm an entrepreneur, and for 14 years I was working in the company which has been founded by my grandfather. I'm married, have 3 to 5 children. That is not because my wife and or me has lost the overview. It's just that we are a typical a patchwork family, and the red children are coming from my wife's first marriage and the blue ones from my first marriage. And I was working for 14 years in our company, which is a steel and machine and tools trading company. I made a fusion, a merger with a Danish company, so now we are around the Baltic Sea. And then I have been for 4 years president of the Association of Entrepreneurs, of Family Entrepreneurs in Germany, and since 2007 I'm president of the German Club of Rome, which is one of the founders of the Desertec project. Well, the problem we are facing is that if we would live on our planet in a style that we are living on today, and would do that with 10 billion people in 2050, we would need 3 planets, because the capacity of our planet to regenerate itself is absolutely overstressed already today. This was also the central message of the 1972 report from the Club of Rome, The Limits to Growth. And what we have to do is to find a solution that we can live on one planet and not an overheated red planet, a green planet with 10 billion people. And that means that we have to reduce, on the one side, the climate exhausts dramatically by 90% in our countries here in Central Europe. And on the other side, we are facing problems, especially like water, war, peace, and we have to solve these problems also. And we think that the Desertec idea is contributing to more than only the energy challenge, but also the climate challenge, the water challenge, and the challenge of peace and freedom. And this is the same planet as you've seen before, but there is a little red square in northern Africa, which is only a symbol. It's an area of 300 kilometers to 300 kilometers, and if we would take this area of a desert, we could solve the energy problem of mankind with today's technique of producing energy, today's technique of transporting energy with a zero CO2 balance. That means that already today we could solve the problems because of our climate problems, maybe about the 1/2. Another quarter are trees, deforestation, and the rest of the quarter are all the other actions which are contributing to climate gas exhausts. In 6 hours, the deserts of our Earth get so much energy as mankind needs the whole year. So we have enough energy, but we have to learn to fish it. And here you see these squares, and the small square is Middle East, North Africa energy demand in 2005, but in 30 years, 1 generation later, also these areas, North Africa and Middle East, will have the same energy demand as Europe today. So also these areas where today we may not have the biggest problem in exhausting CO2 by producing energy in the old-fashioned way, but in 30 years we will have these problems also in these countries, like China's is growing up this problem right now. So we have to find a solution together in the world, and we have to learn how to fish the energy from the nature. Today we are based mainly on Earth fossil energy resources, but they are limited and they are not clean. And the sun can provide so much energy to mankind influence that we can have a clean energy footprint and could reduce the overstress of our planet dramatically.